With the Lynx Cub, is that just for the payload and decoupler, or are you guys going to be building the propulsion unit as well for the small sat launcher?
This is not a satellite launcher. This will fly within the Lynx cabin. It's for pressurized payloads. The Lynx Cub carrier will accommodate up to 6 3U CubeSat size experiments, or a combination of 2U and 1U CubeSat size experiments. On a typical flight, we'll have up to 12 separate experiments on the Cub carrier.
In the future, do you guys have any plans of having a payload adapter or launching payloads with the small sat launcher that they hope to have on the Mark III?
We're not looking that far ahead at the moment. Right now, we're in the initial first phase of our program. We purchased these 10 flights, which we expect to fly off fairly rapidly on the Lynx Mark I and Mark II. And then we hope to raise additional funds after that to purchase more flights. We want to expand this program and fly a lot more than 10 astronauts and a lot more than 100 science experiments. But we also want to be very cautious. There are a lot of organizations in the space arena which overpromise and underdeliver, and we feel that that's the wrong approach. We want to be very cautious in all of our statements, so we only want to talk publicly about the things that are actually funded at this time.
Understandably. With that being said then, has there been any sort of opportunities to have collaborations with some of the other outfits that are trying to build the different payload adapters and the racks for different pressurized science experiments for the Lynx?
Yes, we're doing quite a bit of collaboration at the moment. We're working on the Lynx Cub carrier with the Space Engineering Research Center, and also with Texas A&M University. We're also partnering with the Silicon Valley Space Center to do a space hacker workshop. It will take place in Silicon Valley, Mountain View, California, right across the street from NASA Ames Research Center, literally across the street, on May 4th and 5th. And then we'll be repeating that workshop in other locations around the country in partnerships with hacker spaces, tech shops, all sorts of facilities around the United States.
In the future then, as things progress and different opportunities arise and more access to space comes through, and I know this is kind of a far future kind of question, but do you foresee wanting to expand citizens in space to not only having more experiments and citizen astronauts doing experiments on these suborbital vehicles, but possibly some of the orbital vehicles that might come into play for our access to space in the next 10, 15 years?
Well, again, we don't really like to talk about things that aren't funded yet. Obviously, we would like to do more things in the future. We are interested in orbit, in the moon, and other destinations. But I think for the foreseeable future, suborbital is going to be the microcomputer arena for space. It's going to be the area where large numbers of people have access, and it's going to be where the greatest number of ideas are tested and tried out first. Because even when we have the new reusable vehicles for orbit, it's still going to be an order of magnitude cheaper to go to suborbit than it is to go all the way.